kids, tonight we're going to be reading chapter 6 of the book Winnie the Pooh. Eeyore, the old gray donkey, stood by the side of the stream and looked at himself in the water. Pathetic, he said. That's what it is, pathetic. He turned and walked slowly down the stream for 20 yards, splashed across it, and walked slowly back on the other side. Then he looked at himself in the water again. As I thought, he said. No better from this side. But nobody minds. Nobody cares. Pathetic, that's what it is. There was a crackling noise in the balcony behind him, and out came Pooh. Good morning, Eeyore, said Pooh. Good morning, Pooh Bear, said Eeyore gloomily. If it is a good morning, he said, which I doubt, said he. Why, what's the matter? Nothing, said Pooh Bear. Nothing. Nothing, Pooh Bear. Nothing. We can't all, and some of us don't. That's all there is to it. Can't all what? Said Pooh, rubbing his nose. Gaiety, song, and dance. Here we go, round the mulberry bush. Oh, said Pooh. He thought for a long time and asked, what mulberry bush is it? Bonhomie, went on Eeyore gloomily. French word meaning bonhomie, he explained. I'm not complaining, but there it is. Pooh sat down on a large stone and tried to think this out. It sounded to him like a riddle, and he was never much good at riddles, being a bear of very little brain. So he sang Kotzelsen Pie instead. Kotzelsen, Kotzelsen, Kotzelsen Pie. A fly can't bird, but a bird can fly. Ask me a riddle, and I reply. Kotzelsen, Kotzelsen, Kotzelsen Pie. That was the very first verse. When he finished it, Eeyore didn't actually say that he didn't like it. So Pooh went very kindly on. So he sang the second verse to him. Kotzelsen, Kotzelsen, Kotzelsen Pie. A fish can't whistle and neither can I. Ask me a riddle and I reply. Kotzelsen, Kotzelsen, Kotzelsen Pie. Here we can see Eeyore looking at himself at his reflection in the stream. And here we can see Pooh Bear singing Kotzelsen Pie and thinking while sitting on a rock. Eeyore still said nothing at all. So Pooh hummed the third verse very quietly to himself. Kotzelsen, Kotzelsen, Kotzelsen Pie. What is a chicken? I don't know why. Ask me a riddle and I reply. Kotzelsen, Kotzelsen, Kotzelsen Pie. That's right, said Eeyore. Sing. Umpty, tiddly, umpty too. Here we go, gathering nuts in May. Enjoy yourself. I am, said Pooh. Some can, said Eeyore. Why, what's the matter? Is anything the matter? You seem so sad, Eeyore. Sad? Why should I be sad? It's my birthday, the happiest day of the year. Your birthday, said Pooh in great surprise. Of course it is. Can't you see? Look at all the presents I have. He waved the foot from side to side. Look at the birthday cake, candles, pink sugar, presents. Pooh looked first to the right, then to the left. Presents? Said Pooh. Birthday cake, said Pooh. Where? Can't you see them? No, said Pooh. Neither can I, said Eeyore. Joke, he explained. Pooh scratched his head, being a little puzzled by all of this. But is it really your birthday? He asked. It is. Oh, well, many happy returns of the day, Eeyore. And many happy returns of the day to you too, Pooh Bear. But it isn't my birthday. No, it's mine. But you said many happy returns. Well, why not? You don't always want to be miserable on my birthday, do you? Oh, I see, said Pooh. It's bad enough, said Eeyore, almost breaking down, being miserable by myself. What, with no presents and no cake, no candles, and no proper notice taking of me at all. But if everyone else was going to be miserable too, this was too much for Pooh. Stay here, he called to Eeyore, as he turned and hurried back home as quickly as he could, for he felt that he must get poor Eeyore something, a present of some sort, at once, and he could always think of a proper one afterwards. Here we can see Eeyore and Pooh Bear talking, and Eeyore telling him about presents, and it being his birthday, and things like that. Outside his house, he found Piglet jumping up and down, trying to reach the knocker. "Hello, Piglet," he said. "Hello, Pooh," said Piglet. "What are you trying to do?" "I was trying to reach the knocker," said Piglet. "I just came round." "Let me do it for you," said Pooh kindly. So he reached up and knocked at the door. "I've just seen Eeyore," he began, "and poor Eeyore is in a very sad condition. Because it's his birthday and no one is taking any notice of it. And he's very gloomy. You know what Eeyore is. And there he was, and what a long time whoever lives here is answering this door." And he knocked again. "But Pooh," said Piglet, "it's your own house." "Oh," said Pooh. "So it is," he said. "Well, let's go in." So in they went. The first thing Pooh did was go to the cupboard to see if he had quite a small jar of honey left. And he had. So he took it all down. "I'm giving this to Eeyore," he explained, "as a present. What are you giving him?" "Couldn't I give it too?" said Piglet. "From both of us." "No," said Pooh. "That would not be a very good plan." "All right then, I'll give him a balloon. I've got one left from my party. I'll go get it now. Shall I?" That, Piglet, is a very good idea. It is just what Eeyore wants to cheer him up. Nobody can be uncheered with a balloon. So off Piglet trotted, and in the other direction went Pooh with his jar of honey. It was a warm day, and he had a long way to go. He hadn't gone more than halfway when a sort of funny feeling began to creep all over him. It began at the tip of his nose and trickled all through him and out at the soles of his feet. It was just as if somebody inside him was saying, "Now then, Pooh, time for a little something." "Dear, dear," said Pooh. "I didn't know it was as late as that." So he sat down and took the top of his jar of honey. So here we can see Piglet trying to reach the doorknob, the knocker, and we can see here Pooh Bear thinking, what is Piglet doing? What is he trying to do? Oh, right. And here we can see Pooh Bear just grabbing the lid of the jar of honey. "Lucky I brought this with me," he thought. Many a bear going out on a warm day like this never have thought of bringing a little something with him. And he began to eat. "Now let me see," he thought as he took his last lick of the inside of the jar. "Where was I going? Ah, yes, Eeyore." He got up slowly, and then suddenly he remembered. He had eaten all of Eeyore's birthday present. "Bother," said Pooh. "What shall I do? I must give him something." For a little while, he couldn't think of anything. Then he thought, well, it's a very nice pot, even if there's no honey in it. And if I washed it clean and got somebody to write a happy birthday on it, Eeyore could keep things in it, which might be useful. So, as he was just passing the 100-acre wood, he went outside to call an owl who lived there. "Good morning, Owl," he said. "Good morning, Pooh," said Owl. "Many happy returns of Eeyore's birthday," said Pooh. "Oh, is that what it is? What are you going to give him, Owl?" "What are you giving him, Pooh?" I'm giving him a useful pot to keep things in. And I want to ask you, is this it? Said Owl, taking it out of Pooh's paws. Yes, and I wanted to ask you. Somebody has been keeping honey in it, said Owl. You can keep anything in it, said Pooh earnestly. It's very useful like that, and I wanted to ask you. You ought to write a happy birthday on it. That's what I wanted to ask you, said Pooh, because my spelling is wobbly. It's good spelling, but it wobbles, and the letters get in the wrong places. Would you write a happy birthday on it for me? It's a very nice pot, said Owl, looking at it all round. Couldn't I give it to? For both of us? No, said Pooh. That would not be a very good plan. Now I shall just wash it first, and then you can write on it. Well, he washed the pot out and dried it. Well, Owl licked the end of his pencil and wondered how to spell birthday. Can you read, Pooh? He asked a little anxiously. There's a notice about knocking and ringing outside my door, which Christopher Robin wrote. Could you read it? So here we're going to see Pooh Bear already starting to take the lid off of the jar of honey. And here we can see Pooh Bear taking his last lick of the jar of honey. And here we can see him licking his paws. And we can see the empty jar of honey. Christopher Robin told me what it said, and then I could. Well, I'll tell you what this says, and then you'll be able to. So I wrote on it, on this, and this is what he wrote. Hippie, Pappy, Thethda, Bathusti. But it's, I think it's supposed to say happy birthday. And something birthday. Pooh looked on, admiringly. I'm just saying a happy birthday, said Owl carelessly. It's a nice long one, said Pooh, very much impressed by it. Well, actually, of course, I'm saying a very happy birthday, with love from Pooh. I'm saying, naturally, it takes a good deal of pencil to say a long thing like that. Oh, I see, said Pooh. While all this was happening, Piglet had gone back to his house to get Eeyore's balloon, and he held it very tightly against himself so that it couldn't blow away. And he ran as fast as he could so as to get to Eeyore's before Pooh did, for he thought that he would like to be the first one to give a present, just as if he had thought of it without being told by anyone. And running along and thinking how pleased Eeyore would be, he didn't look where he was going, and suddenly he put his foot in a rabbit hole and fell down, flat on his face. Bang! Piglet lay there wondering what happened. At first he thought that the whole world had blown up, and then he thought that perhaps only the forest part of it had. And then he thought perhaps only he had. And he was now alone on the moon or somewhere, and would never see Christopher Robin or Pooh or Eeyore again. And then he thought, well, if I'm in the moon, I needn't be face down all the time. So he got cautiously up and looked about him. He was still in the forest. Well, that's funny, he thought. I wonder what that band was. I couldn't have made such a noise falling down. Oh, where's my balloon? What's that small piece of damp rag doing? It was the balloon! Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear, oh dearie, oh dearie, said Piglet. Dearie, dear. Well, it's too late now. I can't go back, and I haven't another balloon. Perhaps Eeyore doesn't like balloons so very much. So he trotted on rather sadly now, and down he came to the side of the stream where Eeyore was and called out to him, Good morning, Eeyore. shouted Piglet. Good morning, little Piglet, said Eeyore. If it is a good morning, he said. Which I doubt, said he. Not that it matters, he said. Many happy returns of the day, said Piglet, having now got closer. Eeyore stopped, looking at himself in the stream, and turned to stare at Piglet. Just say that again, he said. Wait a moment. Bouncing on three legs, he began to bring his fourth leg very cautiously up to his ear. I did this yesterday, he explained, as he fell down for the third time. It's quite easy. So as I can hear better. There, that's done it. Now then, what were you saying? He pushed his ear forward with his hoof. Many happy returns of the day, said Piglet again. Meaning me. Of course, Eeyore. My birthday. Yes, me having a real birthday. Yes, Eeyore. And I've brought you a present. Eeyore took down his right hoof from his ear, turned round with great difficulty, put up his left hoof. I must have that in the other ear, he said. Now then. A present, said Piglet very loudly. Meaning me again? Yes. My birthday still? Yes, Eeyore. Me going on having a real birthday? Yes, Eeyore. And I brought you a balloon. A balloon, said Eeyore. You did say a balloon. One of those big colored things you blow up. Gay, song, and dance. Here. We are. And there we are. Yes, but I'm very sorry, Eeyore. But when I was running along to bring it to you, I fell down. Dear, how unlucky. You ran so fast. I expect you didn't hurt yourself, little Piglet. No, but oh, Eeyore, I burst the balloon. There was a very long silence. My balloon? Said Eeyore at last. Piglet nodded. I forgot to show you this page, which is here we can see Owl. And of course here we can see Piglet running. And then after, I know with the book it seems like it's going in this order, but it's first he's running with the balloon and then he lands on it and he pops it. And now we can see Eeyore lying down and with his head turned to look at Piglet. Yes, Eeyore, said Piglet, sniffling a little bit. Sorry, my birthday balloon? Yes, Eeyore, said Piglet, sniffling a little. Here it is. With many happy returns of the day. And he gave Eeyore the small piece of damp rag. Is this it? Said Eeyore, a little surprised. Piglet nodded. My present? Piglet nodded again. The balloon. Yes. Thank you, Piglet, said Eeyore. You don't mind my asking, he went on. But what color was this balloon when it was a balloon? Red. I just wondered. Red, he murmured to himself. My favorite color. How big was it? About as big as me. I just wondered. About as big as Piglet, he said to himself sadly. My favorite size. Well. Piglet felt very miserable and didn't know what to say. He was still opening his mouth to begin to say something, and he decided that it wasn't any good saying that, when he heard a shout from the other side of the river. And there was Pooh. Many happy returns of the day, called Pooh, forgetting that he had said it already. Thank you, Pooh. I'm having them, said Eeyore gloomily. I've brought you a little present, said Eeyore excitedly. I've had it, said Eeyore. Pooh had now splashed across the stream to Eeyore and Piglet, and was sitting a little way off, his head in his paws, snuffling to himself. It's a useful paw, said Pooh. Here it is, and it's got a very happy birthday with love from Pooh written on it. That's what all that writing is, and it's for putting things in. There! When Eeyore saw the paw, he became quite excited. Why, he said, I believe my balloon will just go into that paw. Oh no, said Pooh. Balloons are much too big to go into pots. What do you do with this? With a balloon is? You hold the balloon. Not mine, said Eeyore proudly. Look, Piglet. And as Piglet looked sorrowfully round, Eeyore picked up the balloon with his teeth and placed it carefully in the pot. Picked it out, and put it in the ground. And then he picked it up again and put it carefully back in. So it does, said Pooh. It goes in. So here we can see Piglet presenting the rag, or what was a balloon, to Eeyore. And that page is just writing. Yeah. So it does, said Piglet. And it comes out. Doesn't it? Said Eeyore. It goes in and out like anything. I'm very glad, said Pooh happily. And I thought of giving you a useful pot to put things in. I'm very glad, said Piglet happily, that I thought of giving you something to put in a useful pot. But Eeyore wasn't listening. He was taking the balloon out and putting it back in, as happy as could be. And I didn't give him anything, asked Christopher Robin sadly. Of course you did, I said. You gave him, don't you remember, I gave him a little box of paint to paint things with. That was it. Why didn't I give it to him in the morning? We were so busy getting his party ready for him. He had a cake with icing on the top and 3 candles, and his name, Pink Sugar. And yes, I remember, said Christopher Robin. So here we can see Eeyore looking very happy and picking the balloon up and putting it on the ground and then back in the pot on the ground and so on. And here we can see Pooh Bear and Piglet talking very happily. And that is the end of chapter 6, and I hope to see you when I read chapter 7. Good night.